That was wild, man.
I ain't got the song for y'all this week.
No song?
Nope. It's always a song in my heart, but it ain't coming. It ain't.
You got a beat in your heart, though.
I got a beat. Y'all heard that beat?
I heard that beat. You know what I'm saying?
The equivalent to a song.
Super producer. You know what I mean?
You know, they just had a Grammy yesterday, so yeah.
Oh yeah, something that I don't think the whole world watched, but maybe they did.
They did. They did.
You probably right. Anyway, hey, this is episode 34. 34. The greatest 3-4 in football history was Walter Payton.
Walter Payton for sure. I knew he's gonna say that today, bro. When I was 34, I was like, "Who 34?" I figured you could say Walter Payton.
You think of 3-4, you think automatically Walter P.
Yeah.
Sweetness. So
yeah.
We back, Tease. We back at it. I'm Coach Mo. That's Tease. We're doing this again. Y'all gonna get this, this new episode probably tomorrow. We're gonna talk to y'all tonight real quick about what happened in this sort of this week was kind of mid.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? It wasn't really nothing going on. I mean, I think everybody got fatigued about the Oscars with Will and Chris Rock. We saw a whole bunch of think pieces. We saw a whole bunch of opinions. We saw all these talk shows bring up their opinions. SNL close it out with that great skit. I mean,
I didn't watch it yet.
It was fun. It was funny. I watched it. It was funny.
I gotta watch it.
Then you had comedians, saying what they said, like Corey Holcomb and Chris Rock brother. I mean, it was just, I think it was fatigue, and now I think everybody's starting to move on to whatever happens next, whatever's the big subject now. So
right. Well, since we talk about it, since you brought it up, I mean, I think everybody is kind of like, all right, we over it at this point. Because I feel like people like milking it at this point, bro. Like some of the talking heads, I feel like they just they beat the dead horse because
they are.
It's just like there has been worse things or worse scandals within the Oscars. It's maybe not on stage, you know what I'm saying, but people associated with the Oscars have done far worse than you
got people who are pedophiles who are associated with the
killers. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, it is like, what was killing me, bro? This was the most thing when people was like, I was just so traumatized. I'm like, so you traumatized by the slap. I know that you can't sleep from thinking about George Floyd then, or Philando Castro, or any other deaths that we see like right before our eyes. Like, if that slap traumatized you, come on.
People so extra.
Being dramatic, bro.
Amy Schumer, I was so traumatized. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if you were that affected by that, you need to seek help.
The only person that should have been traumatized who I would have believed was Chris Rock.
Right, I'm sure he is.
The rest of you motherfuckers, be quiet.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I mean, people was just being dramatic at this point.
Yeah, man, they tripping.
Yeah,
tripping, man.
But anyway, how was your week though, bro?
My week was cool because other than me being sick over the weekend, I was cool because all I did was watch basketball and watch movies. That's it.
What good movies you watch?
Well, I watched a real good doc.
Which one?
On HBO. It's called How to Survive a Pandemic.
I didn't watch that one.
Man, that was good, man, because it actually showed you how they came up with the vaccination in 11 months and the back and forth between the government and the pharmaceutical companies, and you saw what other countries was doing, trying to come up with their vaccination. It was interesting, man. It was really, really interesting. And we finally saw a black woman get her kudos because, it was a black woman a part of that vaccination, the operation, I forget what they call it. well, I guess at the time President Trump put together a team. They called it Operation something. So it was a black lady and 3 other doctors, and they
was that the one that was pushing Moderna?
Moderna, yes, it's her. Okay, it's her. And she talked about it. And they show how the call she got when they finally said the vaccination was ready and it was safe and how effective it was. Then you saw how the people at Pfizer, how when they got the call about the vaccination, how effective it was. Like forget the politics and forget like everything else that went on. Them people were really happy that they got a vaccination to help save people. Like a lot of these medical professionals, they really don't give a fuck how you look. Like a lot of these medical professionals that dealt with this pandemic, they really invested their soul and their time and risked their life going to work. They were showing nurses and doctors who didn't have any days off for almost like 2 weeks because they were literally trying to help people. And when they did go home, Tease, they actually dropped all of their stuff off at the front door and just got in the shower, slept away from their family, and went back to work the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I know people that did that too.
I know we out of it in so many words, and it's 2022, but in 2020, like looking back at the dot, hey, it was fucked up. It was
it was so crazy because this was around the time between March and April. Yeah, March and April. That's when we started getting shut down. And I'm just looking at like my stories, or I mean, like my memories. I'm like, man, we was really in this. We was really locked in this house.
Man, it was messed up, man. Like
that was crazy.
They showed in this doc tease that they really was trying to figure out, okay, what is this? How many times is it going to mutate? Like how much similar or different is this a strand of the flu? Like they really didn't have a clue yet.
I think they still don't know, honestly.
But when they finally figured it out, like in terms of how it looked and and what they can do, what the vaccination can do, like it really was, man. I give people, like, I always say this, it's a lot of people more smarter than us. Like we can all have opinions about everything, but there are people that really don't have opinions. They actually have factual information that they know what they're talking about. And those people actually did a whole lot. Now, granted, Pfizer made a heck of a lot of money in 2 years. Moderna made a heck of a lot of money in 2 years. Johnson & Johnson made a heck of a lot of money in 2 years. And they made the initial dosage was over 300 million. God,
I can believe it.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Then see that price tag is what people, it's what like alarms people, because it's just like, it makes you think back about like, just how much money is involved in pharmaceuticals, right? Yep. And then how much stuff we can be cured from, but it's a business of keeping people sick. And so and I'm gonna check it out. I like, I love documentaries, so I'm gonna check it out.
Real quick, the guy who did the doc, he actually covered the HIV/AIDS pandemic, so to speak, when it first hit in the early 90s, late 80s. So he was saying how, even back then, they could have got ahead of this with medicine, but they dragged their feet on it. Instead of saving lives early on, a lot of people died, not in this country, over in Africa, that they could have saved if they would have got on this right away like they did with the coronavirus. So it was a good doc, real good doc.
I'm gonna check it out. I like a good doc, so it's I don't think I'll watch one in a couple of weeks. So
it was good.
I ain't watched too much TV. Period. I'm so behind on my Fresh Prince. I'm behind on Power. I think I'm even behind. I think the only thing I'm up to date on maybe is Abbott Elementary, but
I gotta catch up on that. I gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, I got to catch up because I'm probably like 3 episodes off of the final for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I heard everybody saying how good it was, so I gotta check it out.
Did you start Atlanta?
I did start Atlanta. I
did. Like it?
So you know what? I like it. I know that Childish Gambino, or what's his real name? I can't think of his name right now. But him, I know that his writing is crazy. So that first episode it took me I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, how does this tie into Atlanta? Well, I think, and I don't know, I think they were trying to kind of like be in a vein of Us, or that movie, or Get Out. Okay. It seemed like they're trying to be like, kind of like mimicking Get Out or that movie Us. Like that's what it seemed like. But I'm still trying to figure out. I got a little bit left of episode 2 to watch. I was trying to figure out how it all tied into. I hadn't really drew the connection on how it's going to draw into the season yet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but it was a sad episode though. It was crazy, but it was crazy because it's that kind of stuff that happens though, bro. Like about Black kids being misplaced because you may have a white teacher or a white social worker or something that says, they don't understand, what I'm saying, the how someone, the difference in culture and how a kid might be raised, and then says it's abuse, and then the kids get taken away. Like we talked about maybe last year with the girl that was a singer, and her kids got taken away from her because they said that her kids, because her kids were, they said they was malnourished because they was vegans and things like that. So not understanding and then taking Black kids and then putting them in white households that don't really understand them culturally, that happens a lot, and so I wonder what made him start off with that, because that was deep though.
Yeah, he's a good writer. Like I'm not gonna start the new season until I finish watching the other season, so I'm on like season 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I love this show. It's different. It's funny.
It's very funny. Like I had no idea it was that funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Now, like I said, that first episode for season 3 is real deep. So when you watch it, it's gonna kind of like catch you off guard. But it's even in the deepness, it did have this like funny parts in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, and it's like crazy that I wonder what took him so long to bring it back, but yeah,
because at first he wasn't gonna bring it back, right, or something, like he didn't want to do it anymore,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he decided to return, because I think all cultures watch that show, to be honest.
Yeah, well, Charles Gambino, he's like one of those people that are like kind of cross culture, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think he's he has that mix kind of following, So
yeah, he does.
Yeah. It was good.
I gotta watch the Jared Carmichael special too.
Is that a comedy?
That's dude from he's a writer, but he's a comedian. He was in Transformers. He had that show. He had that show on CBS, the Carmichael Show.
Okay.
One season. Okay. But I gotta watch the show. He just hosted SNL on Saturday.
Okay.
I gotta watch the show. I guess apparently he came out on his special.
Oh, you know what? I saw that. So I saw the article.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the special yet.
I gotta watch the special, because he's funny, but he's not for everybody. Because his comedy's not for everybody. But he's another guy. He's dry humor. I like his writing, so I'm gonna check out his special.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it. I did see that article where it said that he came out during his comedy special.
Yeah, his comedy special. He actually talked about it on his monologue on SNL. He talked about that. Yeah, so I like him. He's funny to me. But let's see how he's received since he decided to come out. Let's see how his career goes now.
I don't think he probably won't change. He might even get bigger.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Sometimes for some delegations it works against you. For some it works for you. So
true.
We'll see how that goes. But he's a funny dude. He's a real funny dude. What else? I'm trying to think what else I got a chance to watch. Oh, I watched this movie called True to the Game Part 3. Obviously, you know, there's like
that's a hood. That's you. I remember that's a hood movie.
Well, I watched it and
with Columbus Short.
Yes.
You know what? I never watched either. I know that they redid it, but I never. You know, I should be ashamed of myself, but I have a hard time watching like hood movies.
No, you always say that. You always say that.
I don't know. I was like, you know what? I don't know what. I mean, like, as much as I like hood music, but I'm like,
you don't want to watch
like
hood movies.
Hood movies, I'm like, I struggle watching them. Like, they be so horrible. But I heard this one wasn't that bad.
The who?
I heard number 2 wasn't that bad.
Though. Number 2 wasn't that bad. Number 3 wasn't that bad. It's just, you know, it's just sometimes it's the acting though. It's the acting, and it's
always that. Yeah.
It gets so predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they stay with a scene way too damn long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then sometimes they don't know how to like edit right from a scene, and then it's like, oh God, like y'all didn't look at this. For y'all hit enter, but
right. I'm like, y'all ain't gotta. It don't have to look bootleg, y'all.
No,
come on, it's too much. It's too many. Like, it's too much software out there. Too many young people that's trying to get on that y'all could hire for cheap do this movie. Like, come on now, y'all.
But I support just because you know it's black.
It's black people,
like, I figure if I can watch all these other movies, I can watch these black movies.
Oh, but low key, not low key, high key. I don't watch white low budget movies. If they are low budget, I don't be knowing them because
I'm about to say that's a good question. Hell, that's a great topic. What are white low budget movies? Like for real? Because I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I could. You know what?
What are they?
I could probably. I know a few, but I can't. I have to really go through my list and let you know that only. And I wouldn't know only because of how it looked. I more so know because of because I heard that it was only filmed for like $10,000. It was filmed for like you know, it was filmed for a very, very low amount of money. But yeah, I'm gonna find out and get you some low budget white.
Let me know, because I would love to know what the low budget. We're gonna ask that to the audience. Matter of fact, we should make that the time of the show. What are white low budget movies? Because I really would want to know, because, like, we know what a low-budget black movie is. We've seen plenty of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One in particular that everybody know, that damn movie, what was it, Menage a Trois.
Oh, my gosh.
That was trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trash.
Super trash.
But it had, like, Vivica Fox in it. It had, you know, the black dude that was in all the low-budget movies. And then got a couple of chance to do some other movies, but that was like everybody know that movie.
You know, I came across, bro. I don't know if anybody else listening, if y'all know, you know. So if you have like Apple TV, not Apple, if you have like a Fire Stick, or if you have like the Infinity, the Xfinity like box or whatever,
I do.
So you get like these other apps that come for free, you know, on it or whatever. And so I came across Tubi. You heard of Tubi?
I just downloaded an hour ago.
Bro.
I ain't watching them yet, but I just downloaded it.
I had started watching, this was like a while ago, because maybe about a month ago, because it was a whole bunch of black movies. I followed this page on Instagram, and it was like new supposedly like black movies. They was going straight to Tubi. Okay. Bro. You ain't gonna. It's just, this is the most low budget catalog you'll ever see in your life.
Ever?
I mean, it's horrible, bro. It's like horrible. It's like somebody was filming one movie I just ran across just to click on just to see, bro. It seemed like they was recording with their iPhone. It was so bad. Like that? It was so bad. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, come on, black people.
I just downloaded
it. Low budget. It won't have to be low quality.
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't even be the quality of the movie be bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. I'm like, this is just
like,
yeah. I can't.
Prime movies starting to get better.
Who?
Amazon Prime movies.
Yeah, you know, well, they probably got a bigger budget, so
they starting to get way better.
They probably got bigger. They probably, but you know, they probably putting a little more money behind their projects too. So.
Because I know when I first started watching movies on Amazon Prime, I'm talking about the black movies. You know, they was kind of, I was like, ugh.
It was like I'm gonna put this to equivalent, ladies. So you go to the braid shop, and if you go to an African braid shop, and they always watching these African these African movies, bro. It be so horrible.
Wait, they be watching the movies in a
yeah, they be watching, but then you be getting into it because you be in the shop for like 10 hours getting your hair braided. But bro, it be so horrible. Like the effects be so bad, and you really watching them in subtitles, but
yeah,
that's what it's equivalent to like what be on Tubi. It be that bad. It be that bad. Yeah,
man, I'm gonna watch it because on Twitter they be talking about these Tubi movies, and they be talking about how like they be bad, but people watch it because it just be something outrageous that you
it's like
the movie.
It be rich, bro. It be extreme hood movies. Trust me. Yeah.
Extreme.
And they got a large catalog. You ain't gonna never run out of watching no hood movies on Tubi. Trust me.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't talking about like hood. I'm talking about hood. Like,
yeah,
it's probably hood actors in the movie. Yeah.
Tubi doing it for the culture.
Tubi doing
it for the culture.
Man. That's why I was like, I was checking it out because like I said, I follow this page talking about black movies, and I was like, y'all, I can't watch this. I just can't. This is just too horrible. Yeah, I can't.
Hey, just switching topics here. So did you see dude from the Pivot called Russ Elaine?
Yeah, I did.
Now, what's crazy about the whole, first of all, the stuff that goes viral, man, it's amazing how this thing works. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, first of all, that was a good episode. They had old girl.
It was a really good episode.
They had Taylor Rooks on there.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor Rooks, if people don't know, she is a black female. She covers NBA basketball, everything.
Very pretty.
She's a pretty woman, but she's really, really good at what she does.
Absolutely.
She's a great interviewer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I follow her show on YouTube, and I watch her interviews. Like it's not even like an interview; it's like a whole conversation.
Right.
But so she was a guest on the Pivot with Ryan Clark, Channing, and my man Fred Taylor. So they get to the part about Russell and Sierra. So my man Channing he just jumped out the window like, you know what? Yeah, Sierra wouldn't be with Russ if it weren't for that money. Russell Lane. So everybody like, whoa, like, bro, where this coming from? He's like, no, I'm just saying. Like, let's just keep it real.
Why he saying that like Future ain't have money?
But he was saying because the whole nice guy thing, like Russ, you know what I'm saying? Like Future hood, Russ ain't. Sierra like hood dudes.
Maybe
the only reason
used to
with him is because he got money. Because of the check.
That's not true. That's not true.
But my thing is, and I had posted this in the shout out to the Facebook locker room group, because one of the guys had put in there the video, the quote. So I just commented like, I'm gonna continue to say this about dudes, especially black dudes that comment on this type of stuff. Y'all weird, fam. Weird. Y'all weird. Because it don't matter to me what another woman likes about a dude and they marry and they got a family. Like, I don't care. Like, maybe she tired of getting cheated on. Maybe she tired of being a stepmom. Maybe she tired of the shit she just don't want to deal with no more. And now she met a guy who actually is the man she wants. I mean, like, what's wrong with that? Like,
nothing.
I think, like,
it's the culture, bro.
This is my hot take, and I take the heat for it. I don't care. That whole crack culture has fucked up our community because we think that the hood dude, the thug ass dude, is super cool, but the dude who has a great career, who's don't have a background, he's super lame. But he's a great man, great father, but he's super lame. Like, we think we idolize that way too much, man. Way too much. We do because, and I'm not exaggerating, because you remember how motherfuckers lost their mind when she first got with Russell Wilson, and he took that boy in like his own. People lost it. Was telling her she wrong, shouldn't let no other man father your child, like should let the child call your husband who's not his father daddy. Remember people lost their mind over that. All Russ, and you know, maybe, and I commend Russ and Sierra. They continue to live their life, because at the end of the day, all that matters is how they take care of their kids, how they live their life.
Right.
But people, oh man, people just I
feel like you said, bro. I think the guys who have a problem with that are weird, and I think the culture, like you said, it really are culturally idolizing drug dealers and things like that nature. It reflects in stuff like this, and it's a problem, because why someone who has a job, even if not even so much extreme as Russell Wilson, a regular dude that's just working 9 to 5, taking care of his family, and he's in general nice guy. Not that, you know, he ain't no thug type of dude, but that don't mean he's soft. That don't mean you can run up on him. Everybody who called him Russ soft, I guarantee you, they not going. He's still a football player. He's still built. He's still strong. And everybody that called him lame, it's outside of maybe his like somebody like Channing, who's a football player too. Y'all ain't gonna run up on him and do nothing. So he ain't that freaking lame. And it's just like, how does lame? I don't understand why someone being nice equals lame. Like most women don't think when we call guys lame, it be for like goofy stuff, like, you know, like just a guy being a goofy, like doing too much. Like, you know, when a guy's trying to impress you and he's doing too much and it's not natural, that's lame activity. You know what I'm saying? That's lame behavior. But a dude that's just being nice and trying to like show you a good time, that's not lame. That's just somebody being nice. You know what I'm saying? And 20-something-year-old Sierra is not the same as a 30-year-old woman or someone that's growing. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I date 50 Cent, I didn't date all these rappers. And that's the problem that some women we have is breaking that mold of toxicness that we used to. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women don't have the strength to do what Sierra did and try to do something different, because the truth of the matter is, doing the same thing over and over, we all heard that quote before, that's insanity, right? It's what sense does that make? Now, you say you want a nice dude, you mean a nice dude, date a nice dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to me, it's hating. And I really feel like a lot of these guys they don't look at they probably relate more to Future's how can I say, a fuck behavior. You know, that's really the truth. And so you know, guys who are in that vein with, you know, sleep with a lot of people, you know, openly or whatever, and you know, are druggies, and you know, just living that kind of free will lifestyle, you know, no judgment, that's your thing. They relate to that. And so to make themselves feel better, I'm just gonna call Russ, you know, a lame, because he take care of his kids, and he taking care of a son that's not his, loves his wife, adores his wife, and you know, does it publicly. And so he's a lame. That's stupid. And they be blowing me because they be acting like Russ is ugly. Russ is fine. Let's be clear, okay? Let's be clear. She ain't just, it's more than money. Russ is, he looks nice. He makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But just even how he talks to her and how they interact with each other, I can see how they click. You know what I'm saying? Like, they seem like they I mean, people, now we all know people front for the gram all the time. We don't know what it looks like behind closed doors, but you know, on the outside, from what they show us, I mean, they appear to be a match. And sometimes opposites, you know, you don't have to be exactly alike to be a match with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people that are couples, they are like hot, they're like night and day. You know what I'm saying? They dynamic match for each other. So yeah, she Georgia girl, probably been around hood dudes all her life or whatever, and then now you got a dude that's a little more you know, clean cut or whatever. So I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. I can guarantee you ask most women what they want, they want a Russ. No woman doesn't ask a woman, and not so much like a Russ in I want somebody that has personality. We're talking about someone that has no problem with openly loving their woman, taking care of her, taking care of his kids, and having that kind of responsibility.
How about that? Put that in there. And openly taking care of another man's kids.
And openly doing it. Yeah. And not being and not bringing a whole bunch of drama with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like having to deal with, 5 baby mamas or baby mamas that you're not over. Like you ain't got to deal with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to not have that baggage is a fresh start. And I guarantee you, most women that want a solid relationship, they want that. Nobody wants to deal with 9 baby mamas. Who wants to deal with that? I don't want to deal with one.
Man.
To be honest, I mean, and I'm not saying deal with. I'm just saying, and I'm talking about people that have the drama. Everybody that got baby mamas don't have drama.
No, they don't.
They don't. Are legit like co-parents and they friends. They cool. They got a healthy environment for their kids. I champion that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the drama people that people that still sleep around with each other and just putting their kids against each other, like stuff like that, like
or the ones that can't even like have a text conversation or a phone call. They got to bring in somebody from the courts to just figure stuff out.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
And it's like them young kids, like all these rappers, the baby mamas are famous for being the baby mamas, right? Like that Ari girl and G Herbo or whatever. Like these situations but it's adult, people that our age that deal with that kind of crap too. But you got her as baby mama, and she got to post stuff to outpost his current girlfriend, and I don't have time for that.
And then the current girlfriend is on social media going back and forth with your baby's mother.
Doing that?
That's another thing. If I'm a dude, we about to stop that shit. Y'all not gonna be doing this.
Real men.
Y'all not gonna do this.
Well, mature men, I should say that. Yeah.
But they be like, and then you get these people who in the comments they be championing that shit and
no thank you.
I don't know, man. I always get that old nigga syndrome. I guess
that's what I say. I guess I'm old. I don't even have the energy like to go back and forth with another woman. Girl, you can have him and get in the garbage with him. Get in the whole garbage. Like
in the whole garbage.
I'm not gonna be arguing with nobody over no dude, especially a dude that's for everybody. Girl, no ma'am.
And they be going hard. They be going hard for them cats.
Over him.
They be going hard for them cats.
No, thank you. I don't even have that. That's my old lady syndrome. I don't even have the energy to go hard. Like, it's just you can have them. It's certainly not gonna fight over nobody at 40.
I just was like, man, I can't believe Channing just.
Channing old enough to not say that though, bro. He should know better.
That's what got me, because I'm like, he's an OG.
Say something like that.
He an OG. That's why I was shocked. Like, he an OG. Like, I expect that from like a young dude, or
But that's what, to me, I said when people say stuff like that, it's not a reflection of Russ. It's a reflection of the person that's talking. That's a reflection of you. So if you got a crush on, Future, just say that. You want to be like Future, just say that.
Just say it, huh?
Don't make it about Russ being a square. Say I love Future and I want to be like him. Just say that.
End the story.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do. Russ ain't doing. He's not bothering you. So what does it matter? I'll forever love Russ for the fact that he got rid of his that I don't know what she was.
The one he was with before Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped her fast. He
came to his senses.
Hey, look.
And how many times will we see that, bro?
It's rare, but good for him though. Good for him.
He ain't let her go. Every time you see Russ, I promise you, he looked like, especially when him and Sierra like going dressed up and stuff. Yeah. He be looking like he ready to eat up. Like he be looking like, like he really love her.
But before he got to Sierra though, I gotta say this though, before before he got Sierra, he had never set foot in a black barbershop. He was going to Pro Clips. You know it.
You know what's weird about that?
You know
he
it.
got 2 black parents.
That don't mean nothing.
Both of his parents is black, so I don't understand how he ain't never had no black barber.
Russ, listen, you know when you go into a black barbershop, you didn't got a bald fade. Mm-hmm. We all know what that bald fade look like. Russ had that Pro Clip haircut, okay? That Pro Clip haircut. That's what he used to have.
Right? That good hair, bro.
Yeah. So Sierra probably hooked him up. You know what I mean?
Well, Sierra did. I think Sierra did give him a little swag though.
She did. She gave him a little swag.
Like I feel like after he got with her, like Russ, I feel like he kind of was like a little. I don't know. He got a little swag about him now.
He did. He got some swag. You know. Yeah. He was a little cornball at first.
See, don't do that.
But I mean, he
just needed somebody to bring the swag out of him.
And she did, but he was a cornball.
That's most dudes, though. Most dudes don't. Most dudes need a woman to bring it out of them.
You could tell when he got with her, she opened up his personality a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That just shows he comfortable with her.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
because he was able to open up, be vulnerable with her, and now this is what the world sees.
Yeah,
they got 3 beautiful kids. They raise them kids. I love how them kids, when they put them kids on the video, I love how them kids interact with them. I love how them two interact. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's healthy black love.
It is healthy black love. It is healthy black love. Instead of saying that, you know, that toxic shit is the relationship I want. If it ain't toxic, it ain't real. That's the dumbest shit ever said.
No, thank you.
Ever said. I don't care. Opinion, kiss my ass. That's dumb. Yeah. That is dumb.
It's very dumb. It's very dumb, and it's energy sucking, and yeah, it's so you waste so much of your life with that toxic stuff, man.
You do, and if you got kids, why would you want your kids
to be in that kind of environment?
To be in that environment,
yeah,
that's dumb, man.
Yeah,
but I mean, you know, this is what we have to deal with. It's what we see on social media. It's what gets shared. You know, anytime people get mad when somebody announced that they get married or in love, and people get mad and want to know, well, you know, how they meet. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, people, you know, bro. People, I'm telling you, when I finally meet my husband, I'm not. You know, that's the shame. Like, you have to feel like you can't post certain stuff because of people that's going to be hating. Like you said, just like, you know, where he come from, asking all these questions, like, none of your business.
Yeah.
The sky. He came from the sky.
Right.
What does it matter to you?
Yeah. It don't matter. Be happy. How about congratulations? And I hope y'all happy, and I'm going to pray for y'all. Y'all, just leave it at that.
Yeah.
All these where he comes from.
But people be miserable, and people want to find something wrong. Like when they see you happy, they want to find something wrong because they just not happy in their own life, you know. So that's the shame. Like you said, you can't share, even outside of relationships, you can't share certain stuff because people really be hating, you know, in the background. It don't have nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with where they are in their life and where they not in their life, I should say, and you know, they hate.
That's a goddamn shame too.
It is, but you see it every day.
It's a shame. It's actually scary, man. But
yeah,
it's the world we live in.
Tragic.
Tragic. So, what's up? Talk to me about these Grammys, because you know I didn't watch it. I don't know who won. I don't even know who was nominated. So I know you watch it because you love music like that. So
well, I watch I always watch it afterwards, bro. Like most of the time, what I do with the Grammys or like any kind of like award show, I will record it so I can watch like the next day or whatever. So I haven't watched all the Grammys yet, but I watched like some performances, you know, afterwards. But I mean, more important for me, my girl won two Grammys. Jasmine Sullivan, she tied with Silk Sonic, I think, for best vocal performer, something like that, R&B vocal performance of the year. So for Pick Up Your Feelings and for There Don't Leave the Door Open, And then she won. I think she might have won like R&B album of the year too, or so something like that. So she finally, because she had lost, like she had been nominated like I think 13 times, and she's never won, which is stupid. But she finally won yesterday, so I was happy for that. But I do like to go back and I like to look at the list and see who won and see who's nominated, because I get to, that's where I learned about certain artists, right? Like people I'm not familiar with, like I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they had an R&B album or whatever. So it make me go back and look at some people that I wasn't familiar with or whatever. So it was some interesting winners, because I know that there was some controversy with the reggae winner. I don't know if you saw that. So the reggae winner for this year was an all-white band from Virginia, and he won against a whole bunch of Jamaican artists. So that's been
they felt the way, huh?
Yeah, so people been feeling the way about that today, because they had a problem with the all-white band from Virginia winning best reggae album. So that kind of stuff. I think, what's his name, John Batiste. I think he's really a jazz. I think he's a jazz musician, but he cleaned up. He cleaned up at the Grammys.
Did Don DeSantis win anything?
He did. I think Kanye won about 3 awards, I believe.
Oh, he did?
At least 3, I'm for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Donda won at least 3. I did the last time I had checked, it was at least 3. So it could have been more, but yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so Kanye, he got some awards. I think Don Cheadle won a Grammy too.
For what?
It was for a spoken word album or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Kudos, shout out to him. That's what's up. Okay.
Yep. And Questlove won again for his Summer of Soul.
that yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was I gotta go back and watch all the performances. I just watched some of them. I think Doja Cat and SZA won. Who else was on there? I can't think of, bro, but yeah, y'all check it out. I mean, I usually, like I said, I like to watch I like to be able to fast forward so I can just get through the Grammys, get to the performances and call it a day. But yeah, Lucky Day won.
Oh, Lucky Day won?
Yeah, Lucky Day won. He won something. It's so many categories. Yeah,
the Grammys, yeah.
And there was a bunch of people that came up there. They had their wheel jokes too.
They did.
I saw a little clip of it was maybe like a 2-minute clip of different people come up there with their jokes.
It's gonna be like that for every award show now.
Yeah, it was like everybody was saying like stay in your seat, stuff like that.
Oh wow!
Like and I think one guy came out there. He had like a helmet on or something. It was like crazy. Yeah.
Who's the host?
Who hosted? Good question. I can't even remember, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and watch the highlights then.
Let's see. Let's Google.
Check out the highlights, because I don't never watch the Grammys. I haven't seen the Grammys since the last time I watched the Grammys, it was the year when Jay-Z, Kanye.
Of course, it's Jay-Z involved.
No. Listen, this is Jay-Z, Kanye, T.I., and Lil Wayne performed that song.
Swagger Like Us.
Yes, that's the last Grammy.
Okay, Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah was the host.
Oh, Trevor Noah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that probably was pretty funny.
He funny. Yeah, he funny.
Yeah,
he funny. Okay.
Yeah. Swagger Like Us. That was my song.
Yeah, that's the last Grammys I watched. That was, but I know exactly. That's probably 2009.
I would say at least 10 years ago, probably.
Yeah, I mean that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I see Cardi took some heat. She was going back and forth with folks.
Her fans.
Yeah. Because talking about she wasn't going to the Grammys, and somebody was like, "You didn't get invited no way." Like they was just, man, she was going back and forth, man.
Yeah, you know what was funny? This ain't really had nothing to do with the Grammys, but this was funny. This was just speaking of ratchet people. So Black China had posted about not seeing her kid. I mean, about not getting child support.
Yeah,
and
last
she had to
Friday.
sell her car and all this stuff. Yeah. And so her baby daddies got like replied to her post on Twitter and was like, why would I pay child support when I have my child, you know, from this day to this day, from Tuesday to Saturday? And then somebody said, the other one said, I have my son from, let's say, Monday through through Thursday. So why would I have him majority of the time? Why would I pay, you know, child support? So all weekend, people was tagging Black China in on Sunday saying, it's your day to get your kid.
Get your kid, Black China.
It's your day, man. I don't know why that tickled me so much, but man,
that
cracked me up.
That was a tweet that she probably wished she.
What was she thinking? What was she thinking? If you don't have sole custody of your kids, why would you have child support?
Because she just want to go viral.
That's what you call a hood rat for real.
She definitely a hood rat.
Yeah.
But you know, her baby daddy is Tiger. The other one is Rob.
I was so happy that she got pregnant by a Kardashian though. That took away her, you know, that made me forgive her for being a hood rat because
being a hood rat.
That's just funny to me. That's just funny to me that out of all the girls that Rob could be with, he got with one of the most ratchet chicks on earth, and I'm sure that was totally against, you know, the Kardashian look. So I love it. I love it. That's her baby daddy.
He's her baby daddy.
I love it. Yeah.
And he went through depression over her. That dude's something else, boy. I said. I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm like, man, I ain't got no sympathy for you. You know what you was doing. You know what you was doing.
He in the house with all them ladies, bro. He probably be going crazy.
Him and Lamar used to be best friends, by the way.
Yeah, poor Lamar. Yeah, that's another one, but that's another topic for a different day.
Poor Lamar.
Yeah.
He still low-key be shooting at what's her name too.
He be like, he was with that black girl, and that became a disaster.
That blew up. She called him a crackhead.
Yeah. So now since he been away from her, I said he ain't gonna even go back to black girls no
more. No, that's probably over with.
I was like, he going back to white girls. So he tried, but I was like,
it failed.
Yeah. I was like, he's gonna be done with black girls. So
man.
Yeah.
Hey, I wish him well. As long as he don't stay away.
As long as he clean.
Stay away from that crack, man. You know what I mean? I wish him well. Hey, you been keeping up with the Bulls?
Yes and no.
Bulls,
yeah, I mean, because this last 2 months, bro, been so exhausting. If you're a Bulls fan, we've lost so many games, which if you look at the schedule, you already knew this was going to be our hard leg anyway. But man, we are tumbling, bro. It's this this is not how you want to go into the playoffs. Like, you don't want to go to the playoffs like playing like this.
This is perspective of how far they've fallen. All-Star weekend, the Bulls were tied for first place in the Eastern Conference. As of yesterday, they are now in 6th place.
That's just goes to show you how bad it's been, bro.
That just goes to show you, like, man.
And it goes to show you, because, see, that's when you know a team that's ready and that's not ready. Because the teams that we're losing against, they got that switch that's like, we're getting ready for the playoffs. Like, they're getting playoff ready. And the Bulls are just, you know, I know we had some injuries, but injuries aside, some of these games, to me, were winnable. Like, if you could win, you know, you should be able to win some of these games, but it's just showing you like that we ain't there. Like, I never thought the Bulls were close to going to the finals just because they was playing how they played in the beginning of the year. I knew they would be going to the playoffs, but I knew that we weren't going to be like either a first round exit, 2 tops. You know what I'm saying? Because I was surprised how fast Zach and DeRozan like clicked or whatever, but I just knew like the rest of the pieces, I'm like, we still missing something. I'm not a basketball analyst to say what we're missing, but I just, as a casual fan, I'm like, okay, we got 2 good scorers, but we need something else. Like we need something else. I just like we don't have it. So,
well, I think injuries really set this team back a lot.
It did,
and them would I mean, they don't have any wins against the Miamis, the Milwaukees,
right?
The Nets, Golden States, like those type upper echelon teams.
Yep.
They don't have any wins against those type of teams. So it's eye opening. It's concerning. But again, like I always say this to fans, especially like Bears, Bulls fans. What are your expectations? And maybe you need to taper your expectations.
Be realistic about it.
And be realistic, because the beginning of the year, I had the Bulls finishing anywhere between 4 through 6.
Yeah, me too.
What they did was overachieve in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They really beat a lot of bad teams early on. Some average teams, they beat them. But again, they could never get over the hump against other teams. And then the injury started. Then the COVID bug hit them. So then at one point, when Zach LaVine was out, you just had DeMar DeRozan just carrying the team.
Yeah.
And then he hit the wall 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He wasn't the same. Now he's playing better now. But again, the Bulls are in the 6th spot. So now they're falling out of that home court advantage first round. They can forget about that. So depending on how it falls, they may get Boston in the first round.
Yeah.
Tough matchup.
Yeah.
Depending on, they may get Philly in the first round. We know Embiid owns the Bulls.
Yeah. I was gonna say whatever reason, when we play Philly, Embiid, he just turns into,
he destroys the Bulls.
Yeah. He turns into Wilt Chamberlain or somebody, like
seriously. So I mean, it's being in the 6th spot. It's really not a good place for the Bulls right now.
Yeah.
So, but then creeping up on them, who already passed them, Toronto. Toronto came out of nowhere since the All-Star break. They've been playing some great basketball. So I don't know. The Eastern Conference is gonna be about.
I'm ready for the playoffs, though, bro.
I'm ready too. I'm ready.
If I can, I'm gonna try to go to a couple games if I can.
It might not be that many. Maybe just a couple.
But even if it ain't the Bulls, though, like I want to go to some playoff games. So even if because that's the good thing about being close to Milwaukee. Milwaukee only like an hour and a half drive away. So I mean, if I want to go to a Milwaukee game, we can ride it. So. Yeah, we should think about that. We should think about that.
I wouldn't mind that. They got a nice stadium.
We should think about that. Look at some of my Milwaukee games. We can ride up there one weekend, and
I wouldn't mind that at all.
We gonna look into that, bro.
That's my pick coming out the East, anyways. Milwaukee.
I think so. I mean, I feel like that's gonna be it too. That was my pick anyway. Even before Harden ended up in Philly, I didn't see the Brooklyn coming out, so.
Yeah, my pick was the Bucks because they had everybody coming back, and I mean, you got the Greek Freak. He showed everybody in the finals last year. He's the most dominant player in the NBA.
That dude.
So I mean, I just picked him. I picked him again. So
who you got coming out the West then?
Probably Phoenix.
I hope they win it. I mean, yeah. I hope Phoenix come out.
The Warriors got too many injuries, and the injuries they got, this is the wrong time of the year.
Yeah.
And Clay, even though Clay played well last night or the night before, he's still not 100%.
Right. It's going to be a while for Clay to get back.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
But I still don't think nobody's going to beat Phoenix, man. Devin Booker is probably an MVP candidate. Honestly, he's been an MVP candidate all year to me, but I guess now because he went off the other night, everybody is in the
people have
moment mode. But he's been playing like this all year long. So
yeah.
I got Phoenix coming out the win. So I got the rematch again of last year, to be honest with you. That's what I got.
Yeah. And then maybe too by them, I mean, because Milwaukee, they lost before they won. So maybe that loss getting there is half that, but it's the mental part. And so now maybe, Book being so young, now that he's experienced it once, he can, probably, he'll be better prepared mentally, I think, going into it.
You're probably right. Maybe. Yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that. But it's gonna be a fun playoff run.
It's gonna be fun. Did you see my picks won?
No.
For the Final Four.
Wait a minute. Who did you pick?
I picked Kansas and I picked South. What am I drawing a blank?
North Carolina.
Carolina, yeah.
You picked Kansas, North Carolina for the championship?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I picked because you picked Duke.
Yeah.
I picked Kansas versus North Carolina.
Check you out.
I said, damn, I should have did my bracket this year.
See, people like you be winning like that because y'all just be guessing. And then it happens.
I just went against Duke. I was just because you picked Duke. That's why
I know. That's the only reason why you picked them.
Poor Dookies. Dookies in the toilet.
It's okay. It's cool. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm still kind of upset. Anyway,
the game's gonna come on now, though. Right?
Who you got tonight?
I think Kansas. I don't know.
So for those of you listeners that's watching, by the way, some of that podcast.
Yeah.
The NCAA Championship game is tonight. It's in New Orleans. It's Kansas versus North Carolina. So, Tish, you picking?
I picked Kansas.
You pick Kansas?
Yeah.
I'm picking North Carolina.
Okay.
Last week, remember I said if Carolina beats Duke, they're gonna win the whole thing.
Probably. But I like to sometimes because of how the college basketball is, I be trying to go against. You never know. A lot of times it could be the underdog can win. It's it's always hit or miss. So, my brain says that North Carolina's going to win, but
your brain,
yeah, my brain says that. But then it's I'm maybe the underdog will win this time. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I think it's going to be a good game tonight. You got two very, very good coaches. I hate North Carolina. I hate North Carolina with every fiber in my body. I hate North Carolina as much as God hates sin. But even with that being said,
oh my gosh,
I want Hubert Davis to win a championship.
Yeah, Hubert is square.
Yeah, now according to Shady, Hubert is a square. But I want him to win because I think it'll be dope. Since Dawn Staley won last night, shout out to South Carolina women.
Yeah, South Carolina won.
She's won 2 national titles, national collegiate titles. So if Hubert wins,
isn't she the most the highest paid woman?
She's the highest paid women's coach in all of basketball.
Yeah, that's
dope.
So
Hubert win, we're gonna have a black head coach on the men's side. Then we have a black women's coach on the women's side. I think that'll be dope. I think that'll be dope. So
yeah.
I hope Hubert win. I hope he wins tonight. North Carolina got a really good team, man. All BS aside, they got a really good team, and Kansas is loaded, and Kansas plays so hard.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good team. It's gonna be a good game tonight. I'm gonna try to stay up and watch it.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm gonna try to stay up and watch it. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. Oh, we can't leave without talking about this though. We gotta talk about this.
What's that?
Lee Daniels and Monique.
Mm-hmm.
And that fake ass apology. But go ahead.
Bro, you think it was fake?
I don't like neither one of them, but Lee Daniels, not especially.
Are, interesting. They are acquired taste. Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah.
Almost high for me to take them in. But yeah. But I mean, people say it was a long time coming. And it probably was, but my thing is this: why do it publicly?
Well, they embarrassed her publicly, so
and I get it. Publicly? I get it, but you don't have to. I don't know. I guess I'm just different. We can have a conversation, we can meet, we can talk, and I can apologize. And why do we really got to air it out? But again, this is Hollywood. This is entertainment, and this is what they do.
And they dramatic.
And he is beyond dramatic.
And she is too.
Yeah, so I guess this is what they had to do, but he finally apologized, and let's see what happens from here on out.
Now, you know what was interesting? Who brought upon all this was 50 Cent.
50.
So what's his what did he get out of this? Because I feel like 50 is calculated, and I'm like,
he's very
why
calculated.
is he attaching himself to Monique and trying to push? I'm like, is it because he took that backlash for the Madonna and people saying like how when it's other black women, he always like jumping on the bandwagon to put black women down? Or is this a genuine thing and maybe he got some kind of relationship with Monique we don't know about? Maybe that he's just trying to push her back out there. Because I'm like,
maybe he do got a relationship with her we don't know about.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they have like some kind of friendship we don't know about, and that's why he's pushing it. Because I'm like, 50 is calculated. I'm like, what he getting out of this? Because he don't go hard for black women. So
he got a sex tape of Lee Daniels that he probably told Lee, I'm gonna put out there on your ass.
You know what? I'm not. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. It was just weird. I'm like, I think he's trying to, redeem himself for the backlash for people saying that he don't go hard for black women like he do for white ladies. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably why he attached himself to Monique's situation. And then again, that's just what I think from the outside looking in, which if that's your motivation, whatever, fine. Use her as an example to push black women, forward, because we need that.
Yeah,
that's the matter. We need that. I think Monique needed that, and she needed to, she's trying to get back, trying to get back out there. But the world that we live in, especially in Hollywood, it's so male dominated. You have to have males come to your defense. That's just the truth of the matter. Don't matter how much, especially when you're going against the likes of Oprah and Tyler Perry, you need you have to have somebody like a 50 Cent to be like,
well, she said
y'all get Monique back out there.
She said she was blackballed.
She was. That was clear.
And people in the industry said she was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I hope. I think she was a good actress, and I did movies that she did do. I thought she was funny in some of her movies. You know what I'm saying? So I do. She's just dramatic.
You think she was funny in Soul Plane?
Soul Plane is not a funny movie.
Oh, okay.
Soul Plane is not funny in general. Like Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. She's funny in that to me.
I can stand that damn movie.
And my sisters, they really harassed me about that movie because I love that movie. It's so stupid, but I love it. It's funny in that to me.
That movie is terrible, man.
I know. I watch it all. It don't matter when it come on, bro. If it's on BET,
it come on BET all the time.
Yeah, I always watch it.
I watch it. I'm like,
why are you watching this?
I'm like Martin said, y'all needed a check or something. Woo! This was.
Bro, that part where he said, now your mama got mac and cheese in y'all head, that wasn't funny?
No. I'm gonna tell you why I really hate the movie. The fight between him and her, Martin and Monique.
Monique, yeah.
I'm talking about, man, you talking about so whack.
That was baby brother.
Trying to come out her damn thing.
That was her baby brother, so they was playing their role.
Man, and then you know what? Hey, they did the movie. I watched it. Okay, I watched it several times. It's got some funny moments. Mike Epps got some hilarious moments in the movie. Yeah.
Mike Epps got a special out too that came on Netflix. I watched.
Yeah, it sure did. Everybody says Huff though.
Yeah, it wasn't his best.
Yeah, people was like, "This is Huff," so I'm gonna watch it.
Huff because Mike Epps, I actually usually enjoy his stand-ups, but this is weak for real. Yeah, this is weak.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, because some of his jokes were basically he did a lot of jokes that he's done before.
Oh shit!
So yeah.
He running out. He better get him some writers.
He got to get some writers. Yeah,
you better get some writers there, because if you
got to get some new writers.
If you start to hit jokes you heard before, you better get some writers.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, in general, I've liked Mike Epps, stand up. But this one was like, I ain't like it.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So before we end the show tonight, let's talk about what's coming up next week.
So next week, I got a song for y'all. It's gonna be ladies' night. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. So next week, y'all, we're going live again. We're gonna be streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And just like we did with the fellas last week, we encourage everybody to log on next week at 8 o'clock, which we're going to be starting. We got ladies coming on. They're going to be giving their perspective on relationships, and just, the dating game. We got single ladies and we got married people coming on. So it's going to be a good conversation just to kind of piggyback on what the guys were talking about. And we're going to do it for the ladies this time and get their perspective on how, the state of relationships, now. So, we hear that a lot. But it's a conversation that a lot of people have been wanting us to have. So so we thought it would be good to split it up first, do the guys, do the women, and then we'll do one together. So y'all definitely check us out next week, next Monday, 8 o'clock. We need y'all to be in the comments, giving y'all feedback and just join the conversation in general. So it's gonna be fun.
Make sure y'all tune in because it's gonna be a good conversation.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of jokes cracked in there. It's gonna be off the chain. I'm looking forward to this because the people we selected, they're opinionated, and I'm sure
all different people,
and I'm sure they're gonna have some entertaining comments to these questions. So but make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Some of that podcast. Make sure you leave a comment on YouTube. Make sure you follow the IG page. And look out for these updates that's going to be coming. This year is going to be a little different. We're trying to drop new stuff and bring new ideas for y'all, for the listeners. And shout out to all y'all that's been commenting and liking and sharing. We appreciate that.
I want to give a shout out to my girl from grammar school. Her name's Shantae. We went to Dodge together. And she just hit me last week. She just told me she just started listening to the show.
Okay.
So she had, sent me some messages about the show. She told me I gotta get a good man. So
damn. Shantae. Okay, Shantae. Damn.
Working on it. So shout out to everybody that's been listening and our new listeners. We appreciate y'all. But next week gonna be fun.
Yeah, next week gonna be fun. And make sure y'all be ready to jump on Facebook Live, jump on the live stream. We want to hear comments. Leave a question. Because the more y'all interact, it makes for a better show.
For sure.
So Tish, you got anything else?
That's it, bro. I'm next week, y'all too. Y'all get ready for y'all Easter suits. Y'all get y'all pink and purple suits out.
Get them red suits out. Get them pink suits.
Yeah. Hey, y'all ain't been to church all year. Y'all can go to church on next Sunday. So
hey, real quick,
church gonna be packed next Sunday.
Church gonna be super packed. Hey, and then Easter Sundays, I always find out who got kids too, because motherfuckers be hiding their kids all year to Easter.
They kids and their grandkids, bro.
Kids and grandkids. Kid ain't had a haircut in 3 months, but they gonna be sharp on Easter Sunday, boy.
They gonna be sharp on Easter. Trust
Cleaner
me.
than a Board of Health.
You already know. Stupid boy.
All right, Tease.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Peace.